He's being held on charges related to the 1996 murder of rapper Tupac Shakur.
Tupac's death has dominated the news for weeks after one of the men who were directly involved was arrested. Although it has taken 27 long years, hip-hop fans are just glad that it finally happened. Dwayne Davis, popularly known as Keefe D, has had a lot to say about Tupac's death, especially regarding P. Diddy's involvement. And now, in the midst of a lot of suspicion that he ordered Tupac's murder, Diddy has finally opened up about Tupac's death. P. Diddy reacts. Keefe D's arrest came with a lot of mixed emotions. On one hand, people were relieved that Tupac and his family would finally get justice. On the other hand, other people were fuming because it had taken close to 3 decades for the arrest to happen. However, cops had a perfect explanation for this.
It wasn't until 2018 that this case was reinvigorated as additional information came to light related to this homicide. Specifically, Dwayne Davis's own admissions to his involvement in this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets.
Keefe D had decided to go on various podcasts and interviews and actually tell the world what really happened the day Tupac died. One of the things that he repeatedly mentioned was Diddy's role in Tupac's death. And according to Keefe D, he would never have been involved in Tupac's death if he had not met P. Diddy.
If I wouldn't have never met him, I wouldn't have never been involved in this bull.
So why would Keefe D make such a comment? Was Diddy somehow involved in Tupac's death? And has Diddy ever addressed Tupac's death? Well, to answer the last question, Diddy has in the past given his thoughts about Tupac's death. According to the Bad Boy Records executive, Tupac's tragic shooting woke him to the harsh realities of hip-hop and the dangers that lurked within the industry.
When Tupac was shot and killed, it really resonated that things are really dangerous
in hip-hop culture.
But that made us want to promote peace more. It made us want to go to LA and go to different places and tell people this is like the most senseless, tragic thing that ever happened in music in our culture, and it needs to stop. We need to get back to the love.
P. Diddy even revealed Biggie Smalls' feelings towards Tupac's death. It is important to know that Biggie was heavily entangled in Tupac's death, and as we will see, led to his tragic death a few months later. The two rappers were publicly known rivals, but despite this, Biggie was remorseful about Tupac's death.
He was heartbroken, and the whole world was heartbroken when Tupac passed.
A 3-year investigation into the death of Tupac that ended in 2009 intensified rumors that Diddy had a hand in Tupac's death, and as it turns out, Keefe had sold him out to the feds. Keefe D confessed that Diddy not only toyed with the idea of having Suge Knight and Tupac killed, he also gave out $1 million as a reward for Tupac's death. The Keefe D confession tapes got into the public's hands while a book was written detailing what the ex-gangster had confessed to cops, and it was not looking good for Diddy. According to him, he was hurt by the allegations that he had anything to do with Tupac's death.
It was hurtful, extremely hurtful. There were so many rumors and things for years.
The rumor in question can be traced back to ex-cop Greg Kading, who published the book Murder Rap, which highlighted Keefe D's confession in detail. Greg Kading is an author and former Los Angeles Police Department detective. He is best known for working on a multi-law enforcement task force that investigated the murders of Tupac and Biggie Smalls. When the book and its horrific details started to spread like wildfire, Diddy responded to it by saying, "This story is pure fiction and completely ridiculous." This was not the only time Diddy responded to questions regarding the
claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect.
So what exactly did Keefe D tell the feds about Diddy's involvement in Tupac's murder? And is the information credible? According to Keefe D, Diddy was deathly afraid of Suge Knight. One of the most infamous moments that made Diddy not only afraid of Knight, but also have a deep-rooted hate for him, was when the two got into a physical altercation at a club. And with Suge having a massive physical advantage over Diddy, you already know that Diddy was on the receiving end. On September 24th, 1995, Knight allegedly slapped Diddy at a party for Jermaine Dupri's birthday in Atlanta at the Platinum House nightclub. Deeply embarrassed by the incident and knowing that he couldn't outmuscle his nemesis, Diddy allegedly turned to the man he knew who was not afraid of the death row boss. This was none other than Keefe D, who was a shot caller for the Southside Crips. With Keefe D on his team, Diddy must have felt unstoppable. By Keefe D's account, he and Diddy discussed the hit on the Bad Boy Records boss's enemies once at a concert in Anaheim, and a couple of times at Greenblatt's Deli on the Sunset Strip. He took me downstairs and he's like, "Man, I want to get rid of them dudes, man." I was like, "We'll wipe their out quick, man. It's nothing. Keefe D revealed to the feds. He even revealed that Suge was the only on the hit list. However, Tupac's name soon found its way on the hit list after he made a diss track. Detective can be heard asking Keefe D during the interrogation. He added the boy Shakur on after he made a record, the ex-gangster replied. Before that, it was just Suge, and then after Hit 'Em Up came out, the detective asked, and Keefe D replied saying, yeah, that pissed Combs off. Most ironically, Keefe D says he never got the money Diddy had allegedly offered him for the hit. According to the ex-gangster, he had asked for $1 million in a meeting prior to Tupac's death. We wanted $1 million, he told detectives. Word on the street, according to Keefe D, is that Diddy gave half the reward to a man named, who never related back to its rightful owner. This might have been the fateful mistake that led to Keefe D's confession. There is a high likelihood that being cheated out of the money may have caused him to become bitter towards Diddy. Apart from that, Diddy never talked to Keefe D from the day Tupac died, maybe in an effort to tie up loose ends.
Yeah, no, he never reached out to me or nothing. And don't look like he won't ever reach out to me.
But as it turns out, there may have been other reasons that may have led Keefe D to spill the beans. The first one was that he thought that he had immunity stemming from a deal he had made with the feds